Welcome, everybody. It's a beautiful day here. It's race day.
We got a great studio audience, standing room only here. We promised we would tiptoe and dance on the line, but try not to step over it. One of the things I'm known is sort of cutting through to the real story. He put his thinking cap on. He says, I think I've got it.
Yeah, it's the talk show.
I'm going to have to turn you down, Justin, just like in real life.
You guys are really quite fancy with this stuff.
Well, obviously doing this show, this has to be the highlight.
We talked about it at the top and in the news and notes, all that amazing stuff about Porsche and all the things that are going on in the IMSA series. But it's also all the way through, there are new teams joining. And it's really exciting to see sort of the business model of the IMSA series, especially in MPC, Michelin Pilot Challenge. There's a way into the sport, and if there's a will, there's a way, and these guys have got it right.
Well, a new team that's just been added, and I love the name of it. It's called American Wheelman, and it's last year's GS champion, Nate Stacy, who won the title. Didn't get to properly celebrate because of COVID, so we're going to talk to Nate Stacy, Jack Roush Jr., and the team owner, Mike Hall. Well, we couldn't celebrate with you in person, Nate, but a huge moment in your career, 2020 championship. What has it been like?
It's been a crazy transition year, man. With COVID, the way it's been lately, it's been really hard to get any kind of deals together. So it's been kind of a fight from the very beginning. So it's been tough. The 2021 season has been challenging, probably some of the most challenging that I've ever been a part of. And having talked to several other different drivers that were in 2020, they all said the same thing, that 2021 posed a bunch of different challenges. So to be able to work with Mike Hall, Jack Roush Jr., American Wheelman, it was just it was an awesome opportunity, and I just couldn't sit around and not take it.
Well, obviously, it has come together. You're at Mid-Ohio here with that beautiful red Mustang, a guy that I go way back with. Obviously, the heart of my career, all the big Ford years were driving for Jack Roush. Jack Jr., I mean, we could go on for hours. We got to keep this pretty tight. So talk about your involvement here and what Roush is bringing to the party.
For sure. And first of all, Tommy, it's great to see you. You know, we proudly show that Mustang that you had all that, acclaimed success. It's awesome to be here. I've been a little bit on sabbatical the last couple of years with my son's go-karting teams, but still, I got jealous and bought myself a tag card. So I've still been in racing this whole time. And to road race a Mustang is a great honor to fight on behalf of Ford, but it's also just a lot of fun. And these are some really good friends of mine, and spinning up this cool new project. And I don't know, what can you say? It's hard to complain when you're on a racetrack, right?
I mean, it really is. And looking at the three of you, you remind me really of the best thing about racing, which is when you can go and do it and you're with people that you really like, and that camaraderie. And it doesn't matter whether it's at the top level in, if it's a GTLM team or a prototype team or with you in today's race. There's something, we miss that. That's what we try and do here, is remind ourselves that it's the group of people that really make it special. But Mike, I mean, I love the press release. I mean, it appealed to me because you're definitely not normal in the way it's coming across. I mean,
thank you, man. Thank you.
I like that. I relate to that because I'm definitely not normal. But I think one of the tagline was no better friend, no worse enemy, and that sounds like the right way to go racing. A former Marine. Tell us quickly your journey to sitting in a seat between two young hotshots at a racetrack.
Oh my God, man! I don't have that much time. I'm sure you don't either. But I mean, I've been around racing for a long time, and I grew up watching Tommy, in IMSA, and racing for Jack's dad, and me and my brother Rich Hall always been in the slot cars and RC cars, and just trying to stay relevant, man, and trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how to stay in the sport and get into it, which is extremely difficult to do. So I've been blessed, man. I mean, I've had some really good friends, some really good connections, but I've been on the business side of motorsports because that's the only talent that I had. I'm not a driver, and didn't have any money. So I had either, push brooms or find cash to go racing. That's kind of what I did. That's how I got involved with Jack. So yeah, man, we just, there was no really good time to do this. So I just stepped up, sucked it up and said, hey, let's just do this thing, man. Let's spin up American Wheelman. let's bring our cats on board. Let's just go race and we'll figure it out. So that's what we're doing. So we'll see what happens today.
Where did the name American Wheelman? I think is unbelievable branding. I love obviously I love the Stars and Stripes. This is on every set, but it's such a great name. How did that come about?
You really okay? So that's a long story, but I'll keep it brief. I'll try not to offend anybody. So we've been in the sport for a long time, and I've noticed a trend of drivers that I didn't really like how the trend was going. You got these young dudes walking around like in cat suits, man. Like just the perfect clothing, the perfect hair, the perfect grooming. And I was like, look, man, you're an American. Act accordingly, right? So, no offense, bro. No offense.
Well, at least I have hair, dude. I mean, I'm sitting. You two aren't in that hunt. That's the thing.
Yeah. So it was a kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing, but honestly, it was really about being your authentic self, right? Like be who you are. I know there's a lot of pressure on these young guys for sponsors. They got to have a certain look and check off all these boxes. But, we don't want to do that. Like we got brisket going in the smoker right here. This is we're like rolling diabetes in this place. So, we plan on enjoying it. We want to compete at the highest level, but we want to enjoy ourselves and be who we are.
Well, it used to be.
That's what
it used to be. They said, he's a racer. Now it's that guy's a wheel or girl. They're a wheelman. And so kudos to you. I like the approach you're bringing. Let's bring it back to the race today. Debut. Tell us how it's looking and what the prospects are.
Nate, how's it gonna go?
Oh, sorry. Well, hang on a second.
That's okay. We're used to it.
You guys see us again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys, honestly, I wish there was a camera to see his reaction when Jack rolled out for the first qualifying session of his official team owner role.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty awesome to see the emotion, man. This all was all just an idea 4 months ago. Oh yeah. And we were all just kind of like, how are we going to do this? And then all of a sudden we started like, well, let's see if we can actually do it. And we started writing down who we would pick. And we're like, wait, those are all really good guys. Those are all really good guys. These are all really good guys. We can go do something serious here. And then we go, all right, well, what are we going to do? And I had the 60-old Scudo Mustang 60 car that they had raced against when they were in the 59 car back in 2018. And I was like, I've still got this car. Do you guys want to go run that? And then it all just slowly kind of started building into more and more. And then Jack was like, we can bring Big Red and use that as the trailer and the hauler. And then we all just knew everyone already and just got everyone involved. And it was just, everything came together very, very quickly. And I think that the potential of this team is very, very large. I think we can all do really good. I think Jack showed that yesterday with having been in a car in 2 years and throwing it almost in the top 10. He almost improved over a second qualifying over his practice times. Like we all have that potential to go further and go win a championship or go win races or go win the Rolex. So I think that overall, I think American Wheelman and Roush is going to be a pretty strong team to be watched at.
Well, in this era of all big teams, even the small teams are big teams. I think you're going to find a lot of people relate to what you're doing, and it takes me back to the early days of IMSA. So kudos to you. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in person soon.
And Mike, before you go, I'm a medium, and he's an extra large. I think
I got you guys covered, man.
We need that.
I got you guys covered.
All right, before you guys go, where did the 2 flamingos you had in 2020 go?
Oh, well, do you know what? This lovely little girl came on set at Petit Le Mans, and she's like playing with them, and so we gave them to her. So they went off, but we have flamingos when we're live. When you see us at Watkins Glen, the flamingos will be back. Yeah. I didn't steal them off the little girl.
Might have been named. I remember you guys might have named them after me and Kyle because we were the only ones who said anything about it.
We did. Yeah, they will be back. You will be back in pink. Good luck this afternoon, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
See you guys. Take care.
Nate Stacey as a Nate Stokey was an old sponsor of mine. Nate Stacey as a flamingo visual that we need to bring back for Watkins Glen. Great guys, really. I love the energy, and I love the fact that IMSA is still so accessible if you have a will and you can get in it and do it right.